go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode number 15 of the Stevenage Football Club podcast, hosted by myself and Borough fan Matt Farley, along with guests of the podcast discussing everything Borough, everything League Two, every week of the season. Now, it's quite a big podcast. I'm joined by many people today. This is a bit normal. Well, actually not normal, a bit different.
Popular for once.
Who's popular?
You.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that after the stuff over last week, but
I have no idea what you're on about.
neither do I. Boise. No, I'm joking, Boise. Now, we'll quickly go through who's with me here today. Now, we have got the return of someone. I think he deserves a round of applause. He hasn't been here for the last 2 weeks. A big welcome back to Harley Clark.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Where have you been?
Well, some of us have jobs to go to, which require us to be
Sorry.
be preoccupied. No, I've just work's got in the way of.
Can I ask you a question? I want you to be honest with me. Have you not been here because you know that the Harley 11 team are going to get thrashed?
Well, what you don't know is I've secretly been training with my team. That's why I haven't actually turned up.
Oh, we'll see about that. Yeah.
How would you feel if you'd done all this?
Tell me about this.
How would you have felt if you'd have done all this training and get beat? Do you think it'll be a disappointing?
Well, no, because either way, I'm getting drunk afterwards.
Yes, we all are. Get yourself down to Bar and Beyond, where season ticket holders go free. Go on the pot wheel. Fantastic. Harley, welcome back, mate. It's good to have you back. Also, a massive welcome back to a very successful podcast person over last week. Massive welcome back to Reece Donnelly.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be back.
Yeah, you were good last week, mate.
I like to think so as well.
Yeah.
Except me falling
Down.
through a chair. That wasn't my favourite bit in the
Do you know what? It was really funny because I worked so hard on that quiz and you just nearly destroyed that for me after hours of work.
Right, it was the chair. It wasn't me, it was the chair.
Well, maybe if you'd been a bit lighter, the chair wouldn't have broke.
Ooh.
It's like,
That's another way of
Never
looking
said this is captain and we've got in their heads.
that's like the pot calling the kettle black.
As Eddie Hearn says, I'm living in your heads rent free.
But this is a regular thing. Donners will get bullied no matter what, no matter whose team he's on. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the group chat, isn't it?
I think we've got one up on them, mate. There, mate. Arm around here, it's
Have
brilliant.
you not seen the charity match group chat? It says Stevenage FC podcast charity football match / bully Donners.
What number are you in the game? Can I just ask?
You'll have to find out.
Well, I've done the numbers.
Hey, what am I actually? I don't know.
We will find out. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. But Reece, great to have you back, mate. Honestly, you were brilliant last week. Now, a massive welcome to two new guests. Now, the surname has done me in.
Oh, here we go.
Earlier, I did practice the surname, but I don't think I'm brave enough.
Did you practice it in the mirror as well?
So, big welcome to Michael Stoy-Savlovich.
That's it, mate.
That's it. Right, the chair has gone again. This is just unbelievable.
It goes to Borough.
It wasn't my chair.
A massive welcome to Michael Stoy-Savlovich.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Did I get that right?
You did.
Fantastic.
Right, nothing can go wrong in the pod now, otherwise we're
I've had an old
screwed.
life.
You've had your whole life. Now, Michael, have you... I mean, I know that you might have listened to the podcast, but how long have you been supporting Borough, Michael?
Well, like I said earlier, only a couple of seasons. Literally, this season and last season. So, very, very new.
And what are your thoughts on the club so far?
I love it. I love the whole togetherness, community, everything about it.
Yeah,
Most
it's
of
great.
the time.
Most of the time. It's not this season, no, I'm joking.
But it's there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We get there. And it's great that you started an era when the new stand's gone up as well, and the new badge. So you're right at the start of a new era, which is great to obviously start supporting the club. But it's great to have you here, mate. Thanks for coming
mate.
on.
No, thank you for having me.
No problem. And you're on the Farley's 11, so
Yes, mate.
got that bond already. It's there.
Losing bond.
Winning bond, Harley. And also a massive welcome also to another guest, James Milburn.
Hello.
James, welcome, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Good. And can I ask you the same? How long have you been supporting Borough,
Mate,
James?
I went when I was, I think, 95.
95.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So, like, Newcastle when we first played them.
Yeah.
I went with my grandparents.
Wow.
So, 95 onwards.
Yeah.
With a little relapse in the middle where I didn't go for a little while. I just got into work and didn't really go over the weekends. I go when I can now.
So one of the diehards then for
Yeah.
many years.
Yeah.
My
years.
sympathies.
He's the oldest here, though. You wouldn't think he was.
No, really?
Really?
Oh wow, yeah, you are. My God, yeah, very good.
Wait,
Guy.
how are you, though?
25.
The same as me.
Oh, there you go.
I get to be the resident granddad here.
And you were on Harley's 11, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
It's 3v2. I feel like I should have got another 5. Should have brought Joe. Where's Joe?
Don't know.
Why is Joe not here?
Stonier again.
Stonier again, yeah. But no, massive welcome to you, James. It's great to have you on, boys. Now, obviously, there's 5 of us, so we're going to give it our best today on the discussions. Okay. Now, we'll start the podcast today by discussing Saturday's match. Obviously, we drew 1-1 at home against Cambridge. Still no win. A point on the board, 24th with 5 points. Bit of a weird game, wasn't it? Harley, I'll come to you. Just a bit, yeah, just a bit. Harley, I'll come to you first. I thought the first half performance was good. Second half, we were under the cosh. But what were your thoughts on the match?
I think it's been like any other time we've played well this season. Unbelievable for the first 45. Then we start to collapse in the second. We did.
Go on.
It's my turn.
Sorry,
right?
I thought that was a pause.
if we're not going to get on like this, then you're not going to be playing.
Do you see what I'm trying to deal with? Do you see what I have to deal with?
Well, you're clutching that notebook very hard there. I feel like you've got a lot of stuff to say.
No, go on, Harley. Go on.
It's right, I'm only joking. It's half the time. No, like I say, I thought it was a very Stevenage performance. It was great for first 45, but then the second half just sort of fell to pieces again.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I said after. I know a lot of people didn't like this, but I actually thought it was a point gain because I thought we got thrashed in the second half, and I think we could have lost by 5 goals. Couldn't we hit the bar on the post? But yeah, I thought the first 45 minutes it was a good performance. I thought Cowley looked good, and I thought the midfield battled the midfield, and it was the first time we've been leading at half time. Reece, what were your thoughts on it?
I thought Cambridge was there for the taking, really. I mean, by half time we should be out of sight. I thought we had 2 really good chances that weren't put away, but that's almost Stevenage at the minute. We can't seem to buy a goal. Even our actual goal came through a piece of luck. Everything was there, really. The style was there. The attitude we want is there. It's not like they're not trying. I could sit here and go, they're not trying, and that's why we're bottom of the table. But I refuse to believe the team I watched Saturday was the worst in the league.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, actually, and especially for the first 45 minutes. What I was really happy with is, I think we discussed last week, didn't we, that when we've been getting on top of teams, we just haven't been scoring enough goals. And what I was impressed with Saturday, when we were on top, we scored, and that was a big positive for me.
Huge.
And I'll quickly mention as well, it was great to see Ben Nugent back, wasn't it?
Oh, he was amazing.
He was
like
great.
He was never gone. Like,
and did
him
you like
Copper
his...
had that understanding. Like, he needs to play.
And you liked his performance, Michael? Really good.
I think it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, the tackle.
Oh god, yeah.
Except the red card was.
I thought, here we go.
But
he's come back and he's off for 3 matches.
In fairness, it's nice to have our bit of refereeing that this season because how many times?
I think. Do you think Kettle would have sent him off?
Yeah.
Well,
Probably
then
saved us a
again,
red
it
card.
was a definite red card, so maybe not.
It was great to see him back though. When you see him come out with the top knot and you thought, Nuge is back, that was a big positive. And James, what did you think of it?
It's game 2 halves, isn't it? Played really well in the first half. Just patted out a win to nothing in the second, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just let us soak up more pressure from them. Point gained. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but it was difficult because even in the second half, I thought we had our moments. I mean, Cowley went through, and you thought,
he looked sharp.
He looked good, didn't he? And Kenner's created a couple of chances, and you thought
it was good to see the best of the list because we haven't so far. I thought it was really good.
Got the ball to his feet a lot more, didn't we? And he was able to take people.
He linked really well with Curtis and Cowley, so hopefully more.
I mean, I can understand the fans' annoyance. We still haven't won in 11 matches, 13 if you include the cups. And when you look at the table, you see it's 5 points with 5 draws. The gap is getting bigger. I mean, 13 points to the playoffs, which is a massive gap.
But I think there's not many fans who haven't said once we win once, we're going to win twice.
Yeah, I think they will.
We just need to.
I think they will, to be fair. But no, it was a good game to be at. The local derby's always good.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have to tell you, Michael, the derbies with Cambridge in the past are great.
What are recent results like? Do we always beat them? Or
last season we lost twice to them.
Yeah.
So not great recently. We've lost them in a 94th minute a few years back away. But back in the conference days, I'll always remember the game. There was many.
Go way back with them.
Yeah, the game where we won 3-1. But I'll always remember 2 games. There was a game where we played many years ago, and it was at Cambridge, and we drew 1-1, and Mitchell Cole scored a last-minute penalty. I mean, for a couple of you might remember that, Nick's was a point. And then it was actually the playoff semi-final game there where Scott Rendell scored in the last game of the game. And I was there with my dad, and it broke my heart. But I tend to find that result was the reason why we went and won the league the year later. Because I think give the team a boost. But no, they've been good games. They have been good games. But yeah, disappointing. But hey, look, it's a point on the board. Now I'll quickly go through the 3-word analysis on Saturday.
I have to butt in.
Go for it.
My analysis. We've asked everyone else, but not me.
He's done it.
It's Michael. The
He
floor
don't
is
like
yours.
Serbians,
Sorry.
that's what it is.
I feel like an amateur because we've got 5 here.
I forgive you.
Sorry, Michael,
He don't
go on,
like
say it.
Serbians.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Just a quick one.
Go for it.
Nuge first, obviously, was brilliant. Start to finish. It was like he was never injured. Like he was there. Him and Cuthbert had that understanding. List was a nuisance the whole first half. You know, he could have got a goal too. Second half, very frustrating. Sitting back, especially 90th minute, didn't want to pass forward.
I don't think we sat back on purpose.
I think they put us under a lot of cost.
I think they controlled the midfield. To be fair, I thought that it's just a personnel thing in midfield.
Yeah.
Obviously, people will talk about the subs, and
Yeah.
it happens sometimes.
Yeah, I think they put us under a lot of pressure. I know you said that earlier. I think Cambridge were there for the taking. I actually thought they were a really good team.
I disagree. I thought it was a game between two.
Do you think? What about the 4-0 win at Mansfield a couple of weeks ago?
Cambridge are a good team. I just don't think that was a good team. I thought it was too poor.
Do you know what I mean?
I think the makings of a good side.
I'll give you a stat. At the time of playing them, they were the 4th highest team scoring in the division.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, but
At the time.
what about when we were playing them? I just thought both teams.
I can see your point, to be
The
fair.
first half we looked up for it though, just because of the atmosphere. We got
it's
rocking,
rocking,
I think because it's Derby, Timlin, I think he was brilliant as well.
Well, since
We
Tim
needed
come
that
back,
in the midfield.
since he's come
he was
back,
alright.
he's
I
done
think
well.
he
A bit
looked.
reckless, but
I think he looked better because of the two around him. I thought the midfield
true,
was
yeah.
poor.
Yeah.
It's quite funny, really. You look at Simpson's games in charge. Carlisle, poor defending.
Northampton as well.
Forest Green, poor striking, front line attacking, and then this game where it's a poor midfield. So it's different things.
It's really annoying because we've only scored 7 goals, but our defensive record for a team that's bottom, we've got the 15th best with 15 goals.
We're not.
It's a real shame, isn't it, that we just haven't scored enough. Again, I thought we had our moments on Saturday, and that was the disappointing thing for me. When we had our moments in the second half, we just didn't capitalise on them.
I've got stats: 69 shots in the past 4 games, and no team in the league has had more. Since
That's a really
Simpson
good
took
stat.
charge.
No, so it's a positive.
So it's all positive,
Yeah, that's positive.
Wasn't it a stat that we had 21 and Cambridge just like 24 on Saturday, wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah.
it over 40 shots, wasn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I kid you not, over 40 shots, wasn't it?
No else.
Jeez.
I think with Luther off, I don't know, it's just changed it a bit as well.
Was it Luther coming off or his
It's a
replacement?
sub.
I think
I mean,
it's a
was it
subs,
Carter on the right?
Yeah, I will be honest here.
He's not a right back.
I will be honest. I think what might have cost us the match was actually the sub at the end of the game, Stokes.
I didn't quite get it. Yeah.
Stokes
Was
very,
he injured?
Very
okay.
tired.
No, when Stokes went off, I thought, my God, that is a. I can understand if he wasn't injured. I can understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to bring on Kennedy because if we nicked a second goal, we win the game. But at the same time, I thought, it's risky because we're winning 1-0 and then they went and scored. But if he's injured, then
I think Stokes was very, very tired. I thought Curtis was as well, but we kept him on.
But it'll be
It happens. You can never go, it's the wrong sub until you've made it.
through it. Yeah, I agree. Now, some of the 3-word analysis, we've got quite a few actually, so we'll fly through them. Now, Hartley Borough said wrong subs made.
Yep.
Danny Lusby slowly getting there. Reece Donnelly, we go again. Good Reece. Michael, this is you, Michael. I haven't put Stoislanovich because
Michael S.
It's just Michael. Cowley and List, good ones. List and Shout.
Them two together, they looked dangerous.
Yeah, I like
They
them
play
two,
together
like that.
more.
I like Cowley, he's very raw as well. Patrick Jackson, another opportunity wasted. Colleen, this is quite cool. Progress Hart Nugent. Craig Keenan, White sub Stokes. but obviously possibly an injury.
Maybe.
Aidan Cheevers lost our momentum. Callum Jackson, SOS. Old Borough Bar Steward, sitting back costs. John Morris, don't sit back. Ratman, far too negative. Aid Oynton should go, and Phil got subs wrong. So they're quite a mix of subs and then sitting back and then a few players' names.
I think we're all along the same lines of we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there, but it's not there yet, is it? But thanks to all the fans and all the listeners for sending in a 3-word analysis. I like doing that every week. Now, obviously, we're sitting here now, 3 days till our big match on Saturday. 12th League 2 fixture away at Colchester. Now, in my opinion, I think it's the start to a very tough month. Colchester away, Grimsby at home, Port Vale away, Swindon away, Morecambe at home, a little bit of an easier game at the end of the month, but those 4 matches are tough. We'll start with Colchester now. I think all of us Stevenage fans are sitting here saying a win.
Yeah.
You know, we need a win. But in hindsight, Colchester's a really tough place to go. Harley, what do you make of the match on Saturday, mate? Need a win, don't we?
I think it's going to be the same as what we've said every single week. We need a win. It's got to come at some point soon. I think you've got to look at who we're playing, who we've got on our team. I think Curtis is going to be very, very up for it.
The Curtis Roadshow.
I think Curtis will score as well.
Curtis Masterclass incoming, I think.
Exactly, he scored there last year, didn't he?
No.
You got the assist.
We got
He might as well.
Sorry, I remember he came
We're
up.
on
didn't
you.
he? We're on you, yes.
He thrives on it.
Now, I remember just the Colchester game last season. It was probably one of the worst games I've seen us play in terms of literally just let Colchester press against
It was
the
it was very much like
And we just
Saturday. We
yeah.
just scored 2 very good goals. Well, a set piece and a very
yeah,
good goal.
exactly.
It's very strange at Colchester because if you look over the form, before the win last season, I know we had a draw a few years ago, but we've been beaten. Like, we got beaten 4-0 on Boxing Day a few years, and then we got beaten, what was it against 6? What was that mad match in April?
It was 4-0 again.
4-0, that was it. We let 3 goals in the first 20 minutes or something like that.
2 on goals.
Oh, 2 on goals, that was it. Jack King played. So it's been very hot and cold there. But then if you look back over the years, we beat them Boxing Day there quite heavily. So we've lost there heavily and then we've won there heavily. So it's a bit of a weird place. Michael, what are your thoughts on the match this Saturday? You know, big game, need a win.
For the win, I think we might just do it again, like last year, 2-1. You know,
Start October with a win.
why not? Fresh start, you know, fresh month. Why not? I think Guthrie will get one.
Yeah, I think Guthrie Governor James. What are your thoughts, mate?
I think we need a win, like everyone said that.
Yeah.
We just need a win.
Yeah. I do agree with you though.
Yeah, just need a win.
I do agree with what Reece says. I think once this team wins, I don't think we'll
ball
stop
will start
winning.
rolling,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they'll crave winning, they'll keep winning, but it's just until we get that win, isn't it, on the board?
Yeah, the camp's really together, and I think they know now. Now it's time for winning. I think you saw them after the game, and they were all very despondent, and we got when you look at it, a decent point. But they were very despondent. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
They'll be fired up, especially Curtis. And Colchester are there for the taking, I think. I think they're very much like Mansfield. If they're on the back foot, the crowd turns very quickly and you can take advantage of that as an away team.
I agree. I think, do you know what? I am looking forward to seeing how the team play because I think Forest Green was a massive improvement and I thought the first half last week was another improvement. So I do see improvements under Mark and I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays because he would have had 2 full weeks with the team now. So I want to see that improvement because, you know, we all know how big this month is. I think October will determine where we are in the league. I really do. So it's going to be interesting Saturday. Again, tough place to go, tough game, but I back the players. You know, a win, just get a win,
Please.
Any win.
please get a win.
Any
Look, I know a point's good there, and we all take a point, but a win. We need to start winning matches, don't we?
I can't even go. I'm working.
Are you really?
I'm win, really.
Well, we've been put on the side. I got my ticket the other day. That old job sir stand on the side. See, they used to put us behind the goal, and the view behind the goal was quite good, but she's on the side now.
Yeah, I quite like Colchester away actually. Just it's in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, but they've got the car park opposite.
You drive past it and you go on the motorway, don't you?
Yeah,
So
you're literally
it's like
on the
exercise.
motorway.
But do you know what?
On the side.
Do you know what? I'm backing the boys Saturday. We're going to go there and win. I know I say it every week, but going to go there with pride, wear the new badge on our hearts, and it will be the first win with the new badge.
You can't even call it the new badge anymore. It's just our badge. We've had it.
Yeah, true.
We've had it.
Do you think
It's
this
the
is
new
a curse?
badge we're losing because
Do
of
you
the
think
new
this is-
badge, Borough Chat. It's we're losing because of the badge.
No, but do you think the badge is a curse?
The Burger King.
Or do you think the Burger King is? I go for the Burger King.
It's the kids. It's the kids. We're losing because of the kids.
Now, Rhys Donnelly, sir, I have put you in charge of a little job, and I hope you've done well with this. Now, I have asked, and I haven't really done this for the first 11, 13 matches, but I've asked Rhys to give us all the details on Colchester United. So, Rhys, you're going to take us through all the stats that you have got on Colchester. Fire away.
I am. So instead of going, they've scored this many this season and had this many possession, I've looked a bit deeper. 50% of Colchester's goals this season have come from open play. So there's a huge reliance on set pieces.
Interesting one, though.
So obviously we're going to have to...
And how many how many goals have we let in from set pieces this season? That's a good one.
I mean, none majorly.
I don't think we've let in loads.
The Exeter one came from a corner, I think, but that's about it.
But that then went out of the box, didn't it? And then,
yeah, so
I don't think we've actually conceded from it.
I don't think we have. I was just thinking that when you said that.
I mean, we're poor at attacking.
I mean, we have got good headers at the box,
but we've got
good stat that race.
They're a largely counter-attacking side. They have a lot of pace on the wings with the likes of Courtney Senior, Frank Newblay, who everyone will know, Theo Robinson they have, who's really fast. Their best players this season, according to Who Scored, who rate the players based on every game, is their goalkeeper Dean Gherkin, their centre-back Tom Eastman, and the winger Senior.
Okay. Tom Eastman's been there for a few years now, hasn't he?
Yeah. He has a partnership with Luke Prosser, who's I think that's really strong. Half their goals this season conceded have come from individual mistakes.
Really?
So
maybe a bit of Curtis Guthrie and Cowley pressure.
I think it's very good to have Cowley and List there because they can thrive on that. I mean, how many times did List pick up on a loose ball?
It sounds like the way that Borough have been playing under Mark and the players he's been playing would be perfect for this game this Saturday, probably.
Yeah, the only problem I found possibly was a 4-2. They play with a 4-2-3-1, which can become a 4-3-3. Obviously, 4-3-3. We don't want to be. Our problem last week was the midfield. We don't want to be outnumbered again. But from the stats, they haven't been this impressive. This season been very impressive and definitely they're taken.
I'm going to throw a stat in there as well. I didn't want to
down
on your parade, but I followed this. I think I said last week in the pod. I followed this stats website that tells you all the stats of all the teams in League Two, and I read that they're the fourth best defensive record in the division.
Yeah, they do have a good defensive.
So that's
unit,
another one to look.
They've conceded a lot of goals from the wings actually, so
maybe that's something
Mark
looking
to go there. Nothing's really changed from them from last season. So they're up and down. So they're definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, they drew on Saturday, didn't they? So
they beat Swindon and they've lost.
See, the Swindon result's a great result,
and they lost to Macclesfield. So
a bit like Cambridge, win one week and then lose next
up and down,
or something.
Now we've got our team selections for obviously Borough's big match on Saturday. Now, Michael, I'll come to you first, mate, with your team. Just fly us through your team. Tell us why you've chosen. Go for it.
Right. Gone 4-3-3 again, like last week. Pretty sure we played that last week.
Yeah, I think we did.
It is pretty much the same lineup,
4-3-2-1.
but because Luther may be injured and Stokes, so I put.
That's a good point, actually.
Luther and Stokes can get his
I
shot.
think Stokes will be alright. I think he was
hopefully
really
alright.
tired in this game.
Probably.
Cramping.
So Stokes / Denton left back, Nuge Cuthbert, and then Luther if he's fit.
Farman in goal.
Of course. And Watts, but then he's left-footed, so I don't think he can play.
I don't think we have much choice. I think the only other choice that comes to mind really is Joel Rollinson, and I think that's a huge risk at a place like Colchester.
Yeah, he hasn't played.
He hasn't played
much, has he?
There's much debate whether he would have been signed. In
Adam El Abd.
After Cheltenham.
Oh, poor Adam.
A debut to forget.
Do you know what Mark Sampson did say when we did the podcast up there, that he was one of the hardest geezers in the team?
He does seem we'll mess with it.
And do you know what? I reckon Adam might come on or start and nick the winning goal. Wouldn't it be brilliant? Wouldn't
It'd
it?
be a bit like Wilson's winner last season.
Morecambe. What a day that was. Oh, but do you know, I wasn't even in tears when he scores. I was 1-0 away.
I'll never forget Morecambe away when Kevin fairness and start giving it the bigger to our fans.
Oh, and then we went and scored. And then Wilkinson ran in front of theirs,
I
didn't
think
he?
it
Great.
was Zach Mills who blew a
Yes,
sarcastic
blew a
kiss at us, got subbed off, and then we scored.
All I remember is Dino Manria like on his knees. I will say this, like, obviously I do love Mark and the manager, but Dino's celebrations, Lincoln, you know, they were Mansfield, they were ridiculous celebrations.
Ever thought Dino was
I always remember Dino at Lincoln when Ilias Chair scored and he tried to shake Cowley's hand as the game was going on, and then he ran down the tunnel. It was funny, but thanks for your midfield, Michael.
So, Timlin, I think, should stay in the midfield.
Yeah.
We need that grit. We need, his tackling.
Good player, isn't he? I liked him.
I do
It'll be
like him.
interesting to see when Sauls comes back, which I believe is soon.
I think Timlin will stay in. I think Mark really likes Timlin.
I think it depends on the team we're facing.
I've got to be honest. I've actually preferred Sauls as a sweeper when he played.
I
preferred him there because I think Sauls. I like Sauls, but he was a little bit slow in
Timlin's
there.
a lot more mobile, I think.
I think Timlin's a bit more of. It's got a bit more of an engine, possibly as well. That's a good pick. Good pick.
And then Carr as well in the midfield, because I think he was all right. He played right back. He's not a right back, but I like him. I like the look of Carr. I do like him.
He's got a lot of ambition, hasn't he?
He's come from lower league. And like,
Do you know what I like about him? He's got a lot to prove and he's confident with the ball.
Yeah.
He's confident. He wants to get on the ball. He wants to go forward, doesn't he?
He's the player I look at, and when he goes forward, I'm going, go on. Like with Kennedy now, I know what's happening.
Don't get me started with Kennedy.
I know what's happening when he's got the ball. Carter, I believe, will drive forward.
What I like about Carter, he's almost like a utility player. He can play right back, right wing, midfield, probably even playing left
I thought he put
play
in
anywhere.
Darius Sharps.
Yeah, literally is. Darius.
Good old Darius.
The beast.
well against one of the best wingers in the league.
I thought he did really well, and he played right back at was it Mansfield away, and he looked good when he looked good there when Louis got injured.
Yeah, I genuinely believe he will be a really good player.
I think he will. What else you got, Mike?
And I put Noah Hussein again, but then I think he didn't have his best game the other day.
We don't have the options. I mean, I know Sanupa and Sauls aren't far off on that. But
what about Parrott as well? When's he?
Soon. He's having problems.
I think
with his
they're
hamstring.
trying to sort his problems so he's better long term.
Do you know what's really unfortunate as well is with a fully fit midfield, I think we've got one of the best in League Two. When you've got Digby, Sauls, Parrott, Sanupe, Charlie Lakin. Like, if you actually look at the quality,
he comes back, he might not be any point playing him because
he's like Wakefield, isn't he?
I mean, I really can't wait for Lakin to come back because I really believe he's a really good
I'm looking
player.
forward to seeing Parrott again.
Oh,
I think.
yeah,
Do you know what? I
Parrott.
don't ever think we replaced him.
No,
I don't.
we
I don't
didn't.
think we
Since
did.
he left.
I think we all said that.
I think that when we also signed Digby, I looked at him. I was like, my
Yeah,
God, that is
what
an
a sign.
unbelievable player. And I'm telling
Pre-season
you,
looked good.
Yeah,
Oh, he
I'm
looked good.
telling you now.
Hitchin.
I've spoke to a lot of
Very
fans, and funny enough, I actually know a Forest Green fan. Funny enough, and Forest Green lad, he was saying to me that Digby was like one of their best players last season.
I know.
And so I'm really excited to
I
see
know
him
people
play.
won't know much of Digby, but he's going to be so big
And
in
he's
the time
tall.
to come.
But you imagine him at corners, him and Nugent.
Yeah, I mean,
My word, and Cuthbert,
it's just
Guthrie.
so unfortunate, really, as you said.
But I can't wait
when
to see
he's
him
back,
play.
yeah.
Sorry, go on, Murphy, go on.
Remember, when he comes back, we've still got 5 months of the season left. So
Yeah,
That's true.
Maybe for next season he'll be,
We can't rush him back in though. We need to steady
make
him.
sure he's
Make sure, a bit like Nugent,
I
don't
think
put
we're
him back
doing
too
it with
early.
everyone.
Michael, finish off your team, mate.
That front three, I think the same last week.
Yeah.
Cowley, Guthrie, Liss.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, I like
I
that.
don't.
Going for
Yeah,
it.
I don't.
So like a 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-3-2.
If Newton's fit, I don't know what's happened with Newton, but
He wasn't there
He
on
wasn't
Saturday,
on the
was he?
bench.
He wasn't on the, he was in the
He was on the
stand.
bench.
Maybe he's taking a knock then.
I wouldn't change it. I thought
No,
the attack was brilliant.
Cowley's been
I
brilliant.
wouldn't be
in my
surprised
opinion.
if Kennedy starts. This could be the game where he shines.
Yeah.
He done well
I
last
tell you what,
year.
I tell you what it is
So
about
was-
Kennedy.
Yeah, what coaches?
I think
I'll tell you in a minute.
What it is about Kennedy, I tend to find away from home on big pitches. Sometimes he comes up with magic, doesn't he? And it's,
Do you remember Colchester away last year? He was
I do.
backtracking really brilliantly.
Yeah,
He put the ball in.
yeah.
He put the ball in for Curtis's assist.
Yeah,
didn't he?
I feel like Kennedy's got a place, but do you know, that's a really good team, Michael. I like that.
good
Now,
But
Rich,
Kennedy annoyed me at Cheltenham. Just didn't track back.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
there's that common
I know he's
theme
not a
of it.
defensive-minded
Yeah.
player, but he needs help out Luther.
There's that common theme with him where he doesn't track back. Like I remember last season before he went to Newport, we said he's not good enough. He doesn't track back enough, and that has been a problem.
Does he want to stay? Does he want to go?
I would look to put him in more the middle.
Yeah, I think he's better at number 10. Cam.
Yeah, because he seems to create. Against Bradford when he come on, he was interconnecting the play.
Just that he's a luxury. We can't really afford to have luxuries at the minute. Don't get me wrong, he's a game winner, but he is a luxury, and I don't know when you're bottom of the table, when you really need a win, whether he's going to come up trumps.
I will say this though, I think Mark, if there's anyone that's going to get the best out of him, I think Mark will probably put that into perspective.
I think his soul is obviously a very angry, I'm in charge of you manager. They know the same, so this time Kennedy's going to get nurtured.
I completely agree. On to Kennedy, we'll come on to your team, Reece. Now, we've been going half an hour, boys. We'll have to fly through these team selections. Tell us for your team, mate. Really quickly.
Mine was the exact same as Michael's.
Oh, okay, so we don't even need to do Reece's then. Reece, well done on your team. James,
I didn't actually do one.
He did do one? Okay, James, Harley, have you done your team?
Well, mine was... No, I'm kidding.
Go for it, buddy.
I've gone with... Although I know it's going to be fun, I still want Bastian to get a chance in the first team.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I saw Bastian that.
Lunatic.
He's a good keeper.
The Football League trophy match, he was diving in all sorts.
The game was really
Do you reckon he'll start at Wickham on Tuesday? What's your money on?
Yeah,
I'm going to that.
I am as well.
What's your team, mate?
Then right back, if he's okay, Luther.
Yeah.
If not, then Kellen Watts, because...
We don't have the choice.
Exactly that. Centre-halves, Cuthbert and Nuge.
Yeah.
Again, I think Stokes is going to be fine. He's just really tired.
Yeah,
Stokes at left back. Then I would bring Husin, and I was torn between Timlin and Ironton because I don't think either of them had an amazing game.
I don't think any of the midfield did, but we don't know who's back Saturday. We could have Sanupe and Saul's back Saturday, and then it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
So I'll stay with Timlin for now.
Okay.
And then instead of having Carter just behind the strikers, I would have Guthrie and Cowley up top, and then playing just off the strikers, I'd have List on the left, and then Charlie Carter on the right.
Yeah, I like that team.
That's a good team.
That's a really good team, actually. I like that.
It's a really
like
wide
that,
pitch, Colchester, so having wingers.
Yeah, I agree. And you made a point earlier about they've got a lot of pace, haven't they?
Yeah,
so you want to try and counter that. Now, it's really funny because I did my team earlier, but I'm looking at my team now and actually want to change it. Which is a little bit frustrating. No,
you will keep it.
Why can't I keep it?
Farley,
that's just...
No one has seen your team. Just say it's what you think.
Okay, well look, I'm just going to say it out. I do believe it's changed. But I've gone Paul Farman in goal. If Luther's fit, Luther, Cuthbert, Nugent and Stokes. If Stokes isn't fit, then Kellen Watts, but I imagine Stokes will be fit.
Tyler Denton.
Yeah, Tyler Denton. If Luther isn't fit, then I'd have Carter at right back. Midfield, I've gone for Timlin in front of the back four. Really like Timlin at the minute. Now, I've got, my team's a bit different, and again, I kind of regret because originally I actually put List on the right.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
Ooh.
For a couple of reasons. A point that Reece made earlier about their pace. And I think he would be a counteractive player in terms of... Because I've seen us go to Colchester, and again, Reece said that they haven't really changed their teams or how they play. And the amount of times we've gone there and they've cut us open on either flank, because it is a big pitch there.
I think they have such good individual quality, Colchester, but their management is really bad. John McGrew.
But they use that width, and I think that we need pace either side. So I've gone List in front of Timlin. I've gone Ben Kennedy in the middle role because I think with Ben, I think on the wing he doesn't track back as well as he could do, and I think in that role, I think he's a better player.
Yeah, I think
we could do a whole podcast on Ben Kennedy.
I agree.
Maybe
we should the Ben Kennedy. Get him on the Ben Kennedy special. Now I've gone Kennedy. Now on the left, I've gone Tyler Denton.
Wow.
Okay.
Because of the pace aspect. And I think at Colchester, we need two wide boys who are who are fast, who can track back.
I think Denton's a better left mid than he is left back.
Yeah. And I think he'd get forward very well.
His best qualities are attacking.
So
but he can also defend if it's needed.
Yeah.
I completely agree, but that's my point. Whenever we go to Colchester, they've got two really fast guys. So if we've got List there and Denton there, and then they can track back and fill in, and I think that would be important.
Okay,
and then my two up top, I've gone Guthrie and Cowley.
Yeah.
I think Curtis, he's made to score
has
there.
Unless he gets injured.
Everywhere he goes. Touching wood. Everywhere he goes, he scores goals. And Cowley, I think he's been brilliant recently. I thought Forest Green, he was great. Saturday, I thought he worked so hard. Probably our best player, probably.
Reminds me of Newton a little bit, just
smaller, isn't he?
I think Cowley has more of a. This is no insult to Newton, but I think Cowley has a better football brain.
I mean, someone that scored that many goals in that many games is a good player, regardless of who you play
all
with.
Their fans say he's amazing. Like, you need to play him. Is it Bromsgrove?
Bromsgrove,
yeah. They all say you need to play him.
And you know what? I think he's one of these players that once he scores, he won't stop scoring.
Well, he scored Saturday. It was his goal.
Was that given to it?
It was given.
Because I remember they give it to List.
It's been given to Jason Cowley.
You watch him score now. I tell you, he'll score so many goals. I remember Mark Sampson saying that like he works so hard in training, and once he gets fully fit and he starts scoring, he won't stop scoring because he's very raw.
He
like
has the hunger.
You know? He's very similar
You
to
just
Newton in
look
that
at
aspect.
him and go, yeah, who's hungry?
It'd be interesting to see him and Newton play together.
Yeah,
They're very similar in terms of their raw. It'll be a bit robust.
Last 10 minutes, can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, why I like him with Curtis is I like the way that Curtis leads him, and he looks after him, and I like the way that those two play off each other.
Quickly on Curtis, I saw someone said that I don't see what he brings to the table.
We talked about
I'm
this
absolutely bored of
I'm
hearing
not
that.
I'm a big fan of him. I love him.
Do you know what people
He's
forget?
got such a touch on him. For a tall striker.
Do you know what people forget?
Hold up play.
People going,
Brilliant.
he's done nothing this season. I said to someone,
He's a top scorer.
He's a top goal scorer, 3 goals. And this guy went, no, he's not. I went, sure he is. He's scored 3 goals. He went, Danny Newton scored more. I went, no, Newton's got 2, Curtis has got 3. And then he said, well, what goals has he scored? I told him, and he went, oh yeah. I was like, look, the guy.
Look at last season.
Yeah, like the guy draws fouls. He's good on the ball. He's good in the air. I don't know why people don't.
Defenders.
And do you know what? I love his attitude. He wants to win. He's not a loser.
Yeah,
he's a winner.
He thrives on like the Colchester fans will be giving him stick, but he thrives on that. Strikers do. Like, they just thrive on confidence, pressure.
And you know he's going to score something.
I think he will.
The winner, it's made for it.
Like last season.
Do you remember in the box last season where he was giving it to the Colchester fans
Yeah.
and the referee had to move it?
Remember when they all came in taxis late and all the Colchester fans were waiting outside and they were booing him as he was walking
I think the
It's
first
like
song,
a Diego Costa.
of League Two.
Yeah, he's one of those. If he's not on your team, you hate him.
Yeah.
But if he's on your team, you love
The
him.
one thing with
it's a good
Curtis,
point.
which no one mentions, is he's a leader.
Yeah.
He leads the front line. He's telling you've got to do this. When we scored Saturday, he was the one talking to List, going, "Yeah,
That's it. What I like about him is he expects to win. He's not. Again, he hasn't played. He's not a loser. He expects to win. He expects to be playing for a team that's up the top, competing for promotion. And I think that's a really big asset.
Do you think Guthrie could play League One?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think he could.
Yeah, because everyone says he's got a crap attitude, but can play League One.
No, I think he could
doesn't,
play.
I think
he could play.
he wasn't treated right at Colchester, from what I heard.
Yeah.
And once you're not treated right, you're going to be a bit touchy.
I could see him at a mid-table League One side.
I think he could play League One. I think
he's not old.
No.
with him, he's the type of player, and I'm going to use this as an example, and this is why I think he'd do really well in League One. When he's got better service, he'd score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Usually, his chair, for example,
yeah.
he got 7 goals, 5 assists. Tells you all you need to know, really. But really good to go through the teams, lads. Now, we've been going nearly 40 minutes, and we've still got so much to get through.
Go.
The next feature now. Originally, we normally do the Harley and Farley's disagreement corner. Now, originally, I did not know that Harley was coming tonight, so I changed the debate name. I'm ever so sorry, Harley. I don't want you to think that I've pushed you out, mate.
It feels like it.
Where have you been? No, I'm joking. Now, we are going to do the Reece and Matt debate.
I think this is better because we could debate till the end of time, Matt.
I don't really like you. I'm joking. And Reece just thinks I'm an idiot. But now, the Reece and Matt debate. Now, there's a lot of debates we could do, and we know all the stuff that's happened over the last few weeks. Now, the debate today is a bit of a touchy debate because there's been a lot of debate about this on Twitter, and me and you have been involved in this.
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest.
No, do you not?
No.
Now, the debate is whether Arthur Oynton is good enough to stay at Borough, whether he should be loaned out or whether he should stay at the club and be involved in the first team set-up this season. Now, I'm debating I do believe that he should stay at the set-up, and Reece is going to debate his debate on that he thinks that Arthur should be loaned out and go and get some game time elsewhere.
Just in case anyone's listening, I do like Arthur and I believe he's a good kid and player. I'm not here to go, he's really bad, he needs to go, blah, blah, blah.
Now, I'm going to let you go first. I always let Harley go. This is really weird that I'm not doing this with Harley.
I'm enjoying it, to be honest with you.
Harley's been pushing out. You will be back next week, do not worry.
It's less work for me.
Now, Reece, I'm going to let you go first, mate. Make your point. I'm not going to butt in. And then once you're done, just give me the nod and I will counteract your point. Off you go.
Arthur has an exemplary attitude, I think. Despite everyone's debate Saturday, I think he works really hard, gives his all. Since Vale away, when he got that really bad head injury with Scott Cuthbert, he hasn't really been the same since he's come back from that. And since then, I don't know what it is, if he's worried every time he goes near the ball or he's scarred by that. Players go through ruts. He's 18 years old. Not many players make it through at 18, only the elite. You're talking your Wayne Rooney's, etc. Everyone's expecting these youth to be like Ben Wilmot, and they're not. Ben Wilmot was always above our level. Arthur's clearly devoid of any confidence at the minute, and him being frozen out or going back with the youth won't help anyone. I would probably go for a loan, but until people like Charlie Lakin and Dean Parrott are back, I don't think we can really afford to get rid. But I would probably go down the loan avenue.
Yep. Points made?
Points made.
Brilliant. Okay. I disagree.
There's
always one. Shocking. There's always one. I'm not Boise. I don't disagree with everyone's view. No, I disagree. I think that although good points made, and I can see a point there for being loaned out, and that is a valid point because it does bring game time, and that can come with getting game time in other divisions and other teams
for that sort of level.
Yeah,
so
my points of why I want to keep him, I'm not necessarily start him every week, but keep him within the team, is I think that Mark's such a good coach, and I think that
how long is Mark going to be here to develop him though?
Well, I think if we do get results
in two games, well, even after Saturday, it might not be it.
No, I think Mark's going to be here regardless. I think, to be honest with you, Mark is such a good coach that I think that we will keep Mark regardless if someone comes in. I don't think Phil Wallace is stupid enough to get rid of Mark.
You think
Sampson.
Mark, after a taste of management, will go, okay, I'll be assistant again?
I think he might. I think it's his first stint in the professional game. I know where you're coming from. I think Mark will stay. I think Mark wants to be at the club, and I think for the future, Mark, if he's not manager now, will take managerial role in the future. So my point is, I think that Mark will develop him as a player. I think if Mark stays and Arthur's here, I think he'll improve him. My other point is, players go through dodgy patches all the time. I'll give you an example. I didn't think Paul Taylor was good when he came. I'm not saying Paul Taylor to get loaned out. Arthur's not been great, but I don't think Arthur's been worse than Paul Taylor. And we're not all sitting there going, loan Paul Taylor out for 6 months. So I, in my opinion, I think he's not playing as as well as we all know he can, but players go through rough patches all the time. We've got a team at the minute, and there's a few players that aren't cutting the weight probably in the team. I'm not saying I'll send them out on loan. He's going through, in my opinion, and what I do agree with you with is I think he's going through a confidence issue, and I think that's quite evident. Whether that's from the head injury or something else. The whole debate
with us and others occurred because we don't want to damage his confidence.
Yeah, I agree. I just think, and my other worry is this as well. Is if we do loan him out, I'd like Arthur to come back because he's a product of our football club, and I think if he can improve in the future, we'll be able to sell him for money, and that's how a club like ours survives. You sell your products on. It's like creating a product, and then in the future you sell it on, and that's how clubs like us get our finances. And what I'm worried about is loaning him. He doesn't come back.
Where would you loan him to? Where should we loan to?
He'll probably go to a conference team. I think if he's loaned.
Like London
but then
based.
again,
I think London based.
Then again, I'd like him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like North or
Then again, I'd like him to stay with the setup and improve.
Yeah, I
don't want to loan him.
There is a player there.
I mean, we went through all our midfield options. If we were choosing our ideal midfield now, I don't think Stevenage fans would include.
And I'm sorry, I've got to be totally honest. People, and we've had the discussion about the nasty things said on social media. People were saying he was awful Saturday. He wasn't terrible. He didn't do. What did he do massively wrong?
I feel like
I thought the whole game bypassed him. I thought every decision he made was 2 seconds late. I thought he wasn't marking correctly. Like, I'm not going to stand here and list. He didn't do this. He didn't.
I'm glad no one's brought up the point of when he broke through and Carly was in the box, because I don't think that was as good an opportunity as people think.
He was absolutely surrounded by three.
He was surrounded by
two or three
Cambridge
defenders.
players. He's facing away from the goal, so either way, and we obviously know that he's not amazing with his left foot. He's obviously he's right-footed, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. He's got to, and although you can obviously just say, well, if you're a professional footballer, you should really be good. It doesn't always work like that.
I do
You're
feel
in
sorry
League
for
Two.
him.
You're not going to make a right decision every time.
Exactly.
I feel really sorry for the lad.
If he's got to get the ball in the box, he's then got to turn back into the Cambridge players, and by the time he's done that, Cambridge are going to be on Cowley. Nobody's going to run into the box because everyone was absolutely shattered.
Would we be having this debate if Michael Timlin did it? He did. He did the exact same thing Saturday, Timlin, and no one's gone on to him.
But I think I've got to be honest. We're not going to talk too much on it, but I think some of the responses to him are quite frankly a disgrace.
You're very quick to judge.
I think they're a disgrace. I think, look, he's a product of our football club. He's a player that's come through as a scholar, and I think that players who come through our academy setup should be supported when they come into the first team. And I understand players go through rough patches. I mean, my God, we have had so many Stevenage players. I mean, James, you'll be able to agree. You've been going for years.
Yeah.
You know, so many Stevenage players who've been
Ravel
poor.
went for it last year.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I mean, cut the guy a bit of slack. I mean, for goodness sake, standing on the East Terrace Saturday, the amount of stick
there's
he's
so
getting.
much negativity.
I'm like, mate, how old is he again?
18.
He's an 18-year-old.
What do you expect? Yeah.
He's been shoved into, let's be honest, a game that he probably shouldn't have played in.
No, he wasn't going to play.
He wasn't going to play.
play.
He's been brought on, and let's be honest, he's in a tough game. You know, that midfield for Cambridge are very experienced players,
wonder why mental health is the way it is in football, if this is how we're treating younger kids. We can't expect them to be
social
perfect
media
yet.
and etc.
I mean, we're not going to go into it, but there was a massive thing on social media over the weekend and on the forum, and I just thought it was a disgrace. I thought some of the comments towards him is a disgrace.
I think you should play Tuesday. Is it Tuesday, Wickham?
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a really good point, Michael. Because if he can play well, that might give him a bit of confidence.
And going back to the Twitter thing, it's all well and good having an opinion on his footballing ability, but don't go and slate the kid personally, because you've got to remember
it's not on.
He's doing his job, and obviously,
be respectful.
You can look.
You
this
can
is
have
the
an
thing.
opinion, but don't.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, I was just about to say.
Don't be a. I'm not
a bad word.
But some of the stuff that I saw on social media, it was, of course, everyone gets an opinion. They pay the money, they go anyway. Even if they didn't, they get an opinion. But
there's ways you go about it.
I say abuse really, because it is some of the word. And what really annoyed me, I'm not going to say the person's name because it's not fair when they're me naming them on the podcast, tried to get out of it and say, I didn't mean that. It's just a load of rubbish, quite frankly. And to be honest with you,
it doesn't mean it if you didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
How do you think he's going to read that?
Exactly.
And I know what their response is going to be. It's going to be, well, he shouldn't be reading it. If you knew people were talking about you on the internet, you're going to have a look.
What really annoys me, Reece, is I said
it's hard to ignore.
I said on the forum, he goes out, he tries his hardest, and someone said, how do you know he's trying his hardest? And I went, well, how do you know that he's not trying his hardest? Well, what do you mean? He's a youngster. He's going out and playing. Of course he's going to try his hardest. I mean, do me a favour.
He was. People forget how good he was at the end of last season.
Oh, it was.
Especially Carlisle at home.
Yeah, he played well.
Got that goal, the first goal.
My God.
As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if that head injury has
Possibly.
done something.
Might have done
I
something.
know that's speculating.
But that's my
But
point.
that's the sort of thing that you'd expect to get later on in your career, because you don't expect to be playing football every single week in, week out as an 18-year-old.
Look,
Then to get a serious injury like that at that age.
I don't know how many of us have played football, but if you get really injured and then you come back, you're a bit more cautious.
When I broke my foot and I was playing at Welling, when I come back to playing again for the first 3 months, it was like I felt like my foot was wrapped in bubble wrap. I didn't want to break it. I had a cup final around the corner, and I remember saying to myself, "Oh, don't get in a tackle." Or it does. It does play games.
He's been
with your
horrific
mind,
this season. He's played what, 4 games?
But this is my point why I'd keep him. I think Michael brings up a brilliant point. Use the Football League trophy matches as a platform to play in. I think that's a great point. But I would like, and again, hopefully Mark's here, I would like the coaching setup to really work on him, and I would keep him. I wouldn't loan him out just yet. If you get to November and the poor lad's played games and he hasn't improved, then you've got an argument to loan him out. But at this current point, I wouldn't loan him out personally.
The debate we're having is not whether he's good enough. I think all Stevenage fans are on the sort of level of
He will be.
he will get there. But it's just the way he's been treated.
I think it's poor.
It's like I said, I can't believe people can be surprised about the state of mental health in football when this happens.
I'm ashamed of it, because I thought our fans would be supportive of the young players that come through the academy. We were with Wilmot, we have been with Louis Fernandez, we have been with Jack Smith and all the other youngsters.
Louis made mistakes.
Yeah, Dale Gorman.
Slated?
Dale Gorman, Ben Kennedy, and I think it's such a shame. And what I think's happened, people have got in a habit this season of just slagging off Arthur, and I think it's just gone on and gone on and gone on, and unfortunately he's lost a bit of confidence by
This
it.
is League Two. People make mistakes.
But an interesting debate. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that too.
That was really good.
It branched off.
So please let us know on Twitter who you agree with. Do you agree with Reece or do you agree with me? Very interesting. Very interesting. Now we'll move on, boys, because we've been going nearly an hour, which is fantastic. We will come on to the League 2 roundup. Now this is one of my favourite features. Now Joe, that's normally here, normally gives us like a quiz and all sorts, but he's not here regularly enough anymore, which is a right shame to be there. But we're going to go through the League 2 roundup now. Obviously, we weren't the only match on Saturday. Now, I'm going to quickly go through the results that were on Saturday. Quickly fly through them now. The results on Saturday were obviously Borough drawing 1-1 at home against Cambridge. We had Carlisle 1, Oldham 0, Cheltenham 1, Crewe 1, Crawley 2, Walsall 3, Exeter 1, Grimsby 3, Leyton Orient 3, Port Vale 3, Macclesfield 1, Colchester 1, Mansfield 0, Plymouth 1, Morecambe 2, Northampton 2, Salford 0, Forest Green 4, Scunthorpe 1, Bradford 1, and Swindon 0, Newport 2. Any surprising results, fellas?
Big result for Newport.
Yeah,
Huge.
But Swindon, what a result that is.
Yeah, Swindon have had a great season.
Great, and we've got them coming up soon, hopefully.
Fantastic.
You know, hopefully,
They
touch
have
wood, the
fought-
boys
they
going to get a
have
win.
fought
I'm going to pull out Forest Green, 4-0 at Salford. I can't stand Salford either. Yeah, very good.
Morecambe were 2-0 down.
Yeah, Morecambe, 2-2 against Northampton. Team that I'm going to pull out that kind of have gone on a bit of bad form, but have just won. Plymouth, 1-0.
Yeah, they were losing, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about evolution, revolution. They've gone for a massive revolution. It takes time.
Yeah, Ryan Lowe's style of play is going to take
It will take time. Yeah, it's a
Very
bit like
well
us.
top.
Great squad though. Got great.
Yeah. Is it Danny Mayer? And,
Danny
good players. Another one I'm going to throw out there, Grimsby beating Exeter 3-1.
Yeah,
Man, Exeter.
Everyone flying.
That is a great result.
Everyone's going Grimsby's going to be the one. I think Grimsby's tougher than Colchester.
Oh, 100%. What, James Hanson? Oh my
Grimsby.
God, we've got to stick up with him next week. And you know Grimsby are going to bring about 1,000 down, because they always do, didn't they?
Unless they're boycotting for absolutely no reason.
I don't know what you're on about there when you say that. Now, I'll quickly run through the league table before we get into the fixtures. Now, I'll start with the bottom. As I say,
no surprises.
just to get it out of the way early. In 24th position, 11 matches gone, no wins, 5 points is Borough. Go on to Borough. Going to get a win this Saturday, up to 8 points. 23rd place with 6 points is Scunthorpe United. 22nd place with 7 points is Morecambe. 21st place with 10 points is Leyton Orient. And 20th place also with 10 points is Oldham Athletic. Up the top is first place, 11 games gone, 22 points, Exeter City. Second place also with 22 points, Crewe Alexandra, doing really well, got more wins. Crewe have got the most wins in the division with 7, which is good stuff. Third place with 21 points, Cheltenham Town. Fourth place with 21 points, Forest Green. Fifth place with 20 points, Swindon Town. Sixth place with 20 points, Newport County. Seventh place with 18 points, Grimsby Town. 8th place with 18 points, Bradford City. And 9th place with 16 points, Colchester United. So, very interesting. Top goal scorers. I like doing this one. This is a bit of a different one. We have 6 in the top 6. At 6th place with 5 goals for Swindon is Jerry Yates. 5th, also with 5 goals from Carlisle, is Olufella Olumolo. I think I've got that one right. Olumolo, what a name. Olumolo, eh?
Sorry, you couldn't pronounce Michael's surname.
That was perfect. Yeah, but Olumolo runs off the tongue, doesn't it? Story Savage, to be fair, it does. In 4th place with 5 goals, 3 assists, we're going to be facing him next week. James Hanson of Grimsby. Go on a Cuthbert and Nuge, put him in his pocket. 3rd place, 6 goals and 1 assist of Crawley is Bez Lubala.
He's a good player, that Bez Lubala.
He does, doesn't he?
And he looks like almost too good for Crawley, no disrespect. But
and I'm just reading his stats here. He's had the most shots in the division with 18.
Was he from Birmingham?
Birmingham, I do believe. 2nd place, 7 goals, is Owen Doyle of Bradford and Swindon. So I'm guessing he's on loan.
He's on loan.
On loan to Swindon. And top of the helm, 7 goals and 1 assist of Mansfield, Danny Rose. Surprising that they're down there.
Mansfield always have scorers. Last year, then
Tyler Walker.
Well, you look at Mansfield, they have Danny Rose, they have Andy Cook, they have Nicky Maynard. And they're still
big list.
Struggling.
It's a big list, isn't it?
I'm surprised.
Now, we'll come on to the fixtures for Saturday. We'll fly through them. Obviously, Borough away at Colchester. We've got Bradford v Swindon, Cambridge v Macclesfield, Crewe v Exeter, Forest Green v Crawley, Grimsby v Mansfield, Newport v Carlisle, Northampton v Leyton Orient, Oldham v Cheltenham, Plymouth v Scunthorpe, Port Vale v Morecambe, and Walsall v Salford.
Forest Green Crawley, that's going to be a game.
Yeah, think it'll be a good game?
I actually fancy Crawley.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Game for me of the day, Crewe Exeter.
Yeah, huge.
First v second. What a game that is.
A game, yeah.
But that's going to be draw over, isn't it, I think?
Newport, Carlisle as well.
Yeah, Bradford, Swindon. That's another. And actually, I think our game at Colchester will be quite a good game, actually. Now, it is time. It is that time. I say it every week. The Stevenage FC podcast. League 2 fixtures prediction competition. Here we go. The big stuff. This is what we like. Now, this is a competition for any fan or even a non-Borough fan to get involved. You can predict the League 2 fixtures predictions. Now, how it works, you get 3 points for correct prediction, 2 points for half a prediction, no points for wrong prediction, and you always get a bonus point on Borough's prediction. Now, it is a very competitive division, I've got to be honest. Some points. Just to go over, just before we go through. Harley got 10, Patrick got 19, Matt got 8, not great. Hartley got 14, James got 10, Ollie got 16, Danny got 11, Aidan got 11, Mark got 11, Reese got 10, Nate got 0, forgot his predictions, Charlie got 0, forgot his predictions, Barrowbits got 0, forgot his predictions, Jack got 0, forgot his predictions, and Colleen, a new player, got 9. Now, it is very competitive. I'll quickly fly through the league table. 15th position, and we'll have a round of applause for each player. With 9 points is Colleen. Just joined. Go on to Colleen. In 14th place with 19 points. Big round of applause. Jack Slater.
I'm not clapping you.
13th place with 55 points is Barrowbits. Go on to Joe. Oh dear.
Joe doesn't get a clap anymore because he hasn't turned up.
Do you know what Joe said to me on Saturday? I'm not doing it anymore. So I think I'm going to have to kick Joe out.
Whoa,
if he misses this weekend, it's unbelievable. In 12th place, also on 55 points, is Charlie Vaughan. Well done, Charlie. 11th place with 62 points, forgetting his predictions over the weekend, but he's already sent me his because he knew that he messed up, is Nate. Well done, Nate. 10th place with 88 points is Reese Donnelly.
Well done, Reese.
You're doing a polling there, I've got to be honest.
I came in late.
9th place with 99 points, 11 ahead of Reese, is Mark Slater. Now, this is where it gets interesting. 8th position, 121 points. Aidan Cheevers. Aidan. 7th place, also on 121 points. Danny Lusby. 6th place, also on 121 points. Ollie Long. 5th place at 132 points is James Walker. Here we go. 4th place, 136 points. Hartley Borough. Top 3. 3rd place, 141 points. Matt Farley. Top 3, I'm happy with that. Yes, thank you. Farley's 11 all the way. 2nd place, 159. Look at Harley's face that he's loving.
He's loving it, yeah.
2nd place, 159 points,
laughing it
chasing
up.
down the leader. Patrick Jackson. Go on, Patrick.
Go on.
My favourite to win it this year. And currently top of the helm, 171 points, is Harley Clark.
Go on, Gaffer.
Well done, Harley.
Go on.
Now, we have done our predictions. Now, I do believe Michael and James, you haven't got yours.
No, we
I would say
haven't.
join.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you, but
Is it too late now? You
too
joining?
late?
There's bonus. You said you were bringing in a double.
a new
point
system. It is
yeah.
up to you, but you've got a lot of catching up.
We got
If you decide. If you want to join, just send in your predictions. I'll get them from you privately. Me, Reece and Harley have done ours. Reece, flies through predictions. No explanation, mate. Fly through.
Bradford 1, Swindon 1, Cambridge 1, Macclesfield 0. This one was tough. Colchester 1, Stevenage 2. I know I put Stevenage to win every
Same
week.
predictions as me.
Crewe 2, Exeter 1, Forest Green 1, Crawley 2, Grimsby 3, Mansfield 1, Newport 1, Carlisle 0, Northampton 0, Orient 0, Oldham 1, Cheltenham 0. Go on, Dino. Plymouth.
Sorry? What? What was that?
Hey?
Go on, Dino.
I always want Dino to do well. I don't
Saying
wish
that, that's
it
a
was.
really touchy fixture because that was the last game that he was borough manager against Cheltenham.
Yeah.
He'll get revenge. There'll be fireworks on the touchline that game.
Plymouth 1, Scunthorpe 0. Just a 20p coin that they're playing around with rather than listening to
Reece,
me.
you boring me, to be honest. That's what it is.
Do you see what I have to deal with every week, people?
It's motivation for you to do better. Because if not, you're not playing.
Love you, Gaffer. Port Vale 2, Morecambe 2, Walsall 1, Salford 2.
So for two, okay, thanks for your predictions. Harley, flies for yours, mate.
2-1 Bradford against Swindon. 2-1 Cambridge against Macclesfield. 1-1 between Colchester and Stevenage.
Bore. I'll take it.
Crewe 1.
Any points in your point.
A point game.
Draws a draw.
Draw's a draw.
Points a good result.
Crewe 1, Exeter 2.
Ooh.
Forest Green 2, Crawley 1. Grimsby 1, Mansfield 0. Newport 2, Carlisle 1. Northampton 2, Orient 0. Oldham 1, Cheltenham 1. Plymouth 2, Scunthorpe 0. Port Vale 2, Morecambe 0. Walsall 2, Salford 1.
Okay, thanks for your predictions, Harley. Now I'm going to fly through mine. I have gone for Colchester 1, Borough 2. I'm having it. A bit of pride. Get up to 8 points, boys. Start our season. I've gone for Bradford 1, Swindon 1, Cambridge 2, Macclesfield 0, Crewe 2, Exeter 2, Forest Green 1, Crawley 0, Grimsby 2, Mansfield 1, Newport 3, Carlisle 1, Northampton 3, Leyton Orient 0, Oldham 1, Cheltenham 2, Plymouth 2, Scunthorpe 1, Port Vale 1, Morecambe 1, and Walsall 3, Salford 2. So I've gone for a few games there. Now I will be tweeting out tomorrow night the League 2 predictions. Please get involved if you want to get involved in the fantastic league table. James and Michael, I will ask you for your predictions in the week. So send them over, get involved. How it works, if you finish bottom, you get a wooden spoon prize. Top 4 get prizes, and whoever gets the highest score of the whole competition wins a prize as well. So there's loads of prizes, loads of things to get involved in. Brilliant, I like that. Well done, the League 2 roundup. Fantastic.
I do reckon 2-1 Borough.
Yeah, 2-1 Borough. Why not? We're all going 2-1.
I think there'll be a penalty as well. I think there'll be a penalty.
Guthrie in the
Some sort of
98th
drama.
minute.
Yeah, some sort of drama.
Mark Sampson's in tears and Alex Ravel's running up the touchline. Ravel jumps into the away end. Now, we are coming to the end of the podcast. We've been going an hour. My words, we've been doing quite well. Now we'll come on to the last section of the podcast, which is the Q&A section. So this is a chance for all fans and even non-fans to send in their questions for the panel, and we will answer their questions. Now I do believe we've got about a question each, boys, which is good. Considering it's fine, it was happy days. Now I'm going to come to the guests first. James, I'm going to come to you first with the first question. This is from Danny Lasby. Hi, Danny. And Danny has asked, what's your thoughts on Ben Nugent's return? Do you think we looked a lot more stronger at the back with Nugent pairing up with Cuthbert again?
Absolutely. I was waiting for him to return Nugent at the back.
Yeah.
Their partnership they had last season, especially at the back end of last season, it was brilliant. So yeah, it should lift the whole team. Yeah. Hopefully, I would have thought those two in the centre back position. So yeah, I think so. I think it will lift it.
Really good answer, James. Yeah. Next question. This is coming to Michael. This is actually a really good question, actually, Michael. Yeah, this is sent in by Nate. Nate has been on the pod before. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Nate has said, all contracts are up in the summer. Which two players are your must keep and must go? What? Can I just... I'm sorry, Nate.
That is a really good question.
Do you know what, Nate?
What a question.
Do you know what? Yeah. I am going to give Nate... I am going to give Nate a prize or a gift for that, because I think that is the best question that we have done on the podcast. So, Nate... I'm going to send you a gift for that, mate. That was a brilliant question. So, Michael, what's your answer?
Two to keep, right. Definitely... it's a hard one. So, two to keep, two to leave, yeah?
Yeah.
Farman has to stay. Farman, definitely.
Yeah.
I want him to stay. He's probably one of the best keepers in the league.
Okay, good job.
Arguably one of the best in the league.
I agree.
And then... Nuge. Why not? Nuge! Shout
you gotta do it. What about Scotty Cuthbert?
Oh, yeah, but then he's getting on a bit though. I would. He's a leader. He's a captain. Great player.
Your two must keep. So yeah.
What about your must goes?
Must go.
I know the two I would choose.
Great question.
Well, I don't know. Adam El Abd.
Boo. Well done.
Oh yeah, he is to be fair. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I'd go Andron and Reed.
I would go...
Yeah, Reed's had his charms, I just think.
I would go... Yeah, I would put Reed in there.
I think Reed.
Alex Reed and...
I think Andron's had enough.
Yeah, and he's on loan, right? Yeah, he's on loan again. Yeah, I'd say them two. Yeah, Andron and Reed.
Yeah, Andron and Reed, really well answered.
Sorry, lads, but...
I tell you what, great question from Nate, though.
Yeah,
no.
Next question is coming from Reese, and this is from Craig Keenan. And Craig has asked, Kennedy, Terence, Arthur, Louis Fernandez, Fielding, Cowley, rate in order of importance to the club's future. Great question.
Can I say all the list?
Yeah, you can.
Cowley, Terence.
In what number?
First. Terence, most important.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cowley second, Kennedy, Louis, Arthur, Fielding.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's very important to keep Terence because he's had a brilliant summer.
Well, he just signed a new contract, didn't he? So.
So him coming back as well. Look forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait for Terence's
We need his pace.
We need his pace.
So calm.
He's so calm. Yeah. Now, next question. This is going to come from me, and this is from Aidan Habibi. Now, Aidan has asked, this is quite an out there question. I know we're still not clear of all injuries and we don't have much choice with players as we maybe should, but how has Oynton made it as a footballer and let alone being on the pitch? It's just a nervous wobble and hop around the pitch incoming. He's only young excuse. To be honest with you, Aidan, I think that's a bit of an out of order question, to be honest with you, mate. I think cut the guy a bit slack. All right, he might have lost a little bit of confidence, but players do from time to time. There's other players in this team currently who aren't performing as well as they should have done, as we've mentioned earlier. And I think Arthur's going through that. He played very well last season. And I think under Mark, he'll get back to his best, get a bit of confidence. As Michael said earlier, get into the Football League trophy matches next Tuesday, get him some confidence, and he'll be back. But made it as a footballer, I've got to be honest, mate, he's probably probably on about 500 more quid than you are a week. So
I mean, I am thoroughly looking to Arthur's winner on Saturday.
could you? And I hope all these, naysayers.
I'm going to chant his name for a solid amount of time. Saturday,
Yeah, I agree. So you know what, Arthur, really give it to these negative people, honestly. Now, last question. This is coming to Harley Clark. Now, this is the best question that we've had, even better than Nate's and Craig's. This question, it did make me laugh. This is from Callum Emerson, and Callum has asked, how many goals are the Farley 11 going to thrash the Harley 11 by? Surely it's got to be 10, isn't it, or 11?
I don't know. Have you seen who we got a goal? Mr. Jack Slater.
Who, you?
Yeah, Jack Slater.
Yeah,
No. He'll be practicing his goal swinging goal. We won't be keeping an eye on the ball.
But I'm not being funny. A lot of golfers.
I'm very.
Football players.
We've got Craig McAll-Smith. Sorry, I mean Jay Drakford up top.
Oh, behave! He ain't gonna get kicked.
Of course, he's against you, isn't he, Farley?
And let me tell you, Jay, if you come to the game with your hair around, mate, me and Joe are going to be pulling that all game long. we said that to him on Saturday. I don't think he heard it. We went up to Jay just to size him up, just to see how tall he was. I think Joe said, "Oh yeah, if you have your hair down, we'll be pulling that," but he didn't hear it. So this is a chance to hear it. How many goals, mate?
Well, 0, because you're not going to win. It's quite simple.
Quite simple.
Can you give us a valid point why we're not going to win when we've got about 4 semi-pros in the team?
Because you picked the team.
Hang on, I've done them fairly. I've given you 3 as well, 4.
Hold on, because your defence consists of Joe.
Yeah, but Joe's with me. I'll look after Joe.
That makes it 10 times worse.
I do see you.
Rugby boy.
I'm waiting for Joe to do a Boris Johnson at where the ball comes down. He forgets he's playing football and just goes
It's
bang.
definitely going to be on me, isn't it?
Yeah.
So again, how many goals again are we going to thrash you by?
I've already answered that question. You should hit.
He's not answering it.
It's part
You're
of
not going to thrash us. It's quite simple. You're not beating us.
We'll see on the day.
We'll just see what kits you have to wear. I'm joking, you've got proper kits.
We've got to.
No, thank you to the fans for sending in your questions for the panel. It was really good, 5 each. Enjoyed that, boys. Now, unfortunately, we've come to the end of the podcast. We've been going a good hour and 10 minutes nearly. Now, again, I say this at the end of every podcast. Obviously, we've got a tough month for matches and we've got no win at the minute. 5 points, 5 draws, and you know, we need 8 points to get a platform and get us going. We need 15 wins to get the 50 points. Now, going to come around the table. One word, win, draw or lose. Reece, I'll start with you. Saturday.
Oh, I know I say it every time, but I'm not going to let myself believe we're not going to win until we haven't, so win.
Go on, pick one.
I said win.
Oh, you said win?
Yeah,
oh,
I said win. Listen.
I told you, you're not very good listener, are you?
Sorry, no, it's got so much going on.
So it's last.
Michael, win, draw, lose, what do you reckon?
I'm being positive. Come on the Borough. 2-1. Win.
Good man. Harley?
I don't know, I put down a draw, but win.
Oh, nice. Win?
Scrappy win, 1-0.
James gone for win.
Oh,
I like that. I like that.
News.
Didn't he score in our season?
Yeah, well, no, it's an own goal.
We'll call it.
It's written.
I'm going to go for win 2-1. Curtis Guthrie to get the winner in the last minute. That's what I reckon.
I think I'd fall down the
I think
stairs.
Curtis Guthrie's going to score, and I think Arthur's going to put us 1-0 up. I think Arthur's going to put us 1-0 up, and Curtis is going to get the winner there. That'll keep the haters quiet for another week. But boys, thanks ever so much for coming on. Michael and James, how you found it, boys?
It's fun.
Definitely coming on again. Yeah,
Definitely coming
it's been
again.
a pleasure, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you two on. It's great that we
thank
get
you.
new people coming on, and it's really good to be the podcast because it's connecting so many different people together, which is great. Reece and Harley, thanks for coming back on, boys. Enjoyed it.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Donnelly and Mr. Clark. Now, next week we will be covering the match from Borough's away match at Colchester and also the leasing.com trophy.
Get in there, what a trophy.
Go on the Borough boys. Go on the boys. Next Tuesday out where Wickham, so we'll be covering those two and we will be doing Borough's big build-up to Grimsby at home. What a game that's going to be.
It'll be full of bra puns and fish puns.
It will indeed. Now, thanks to all the listeners.
I told you this.
Thank you to all the listeners for getting involved with today's podcast. Thanks for the 3-word analysis and the questions for the panel. It's been a really good podcast. Really enjoyed it today, and we'll be back for our 16th episode next week where we'll be covering 2 matches and going on to Grimsby at home. Thanks to all the listeners. You've been listening to the Stevenage Football Club podcast.